Hello and welcome to midweek winter racing at Belmont Park. It's a Wednesday box seat edition here with the rail at 11 metres. The track a soft 6. Conditions fine but cold, 20 degrees. We go to race number 1, which is the free entry to Belmont Park handicap. Always free entry. Doesn't matter if it's a Wednesday or a Saturday at Belmont Park. We're going to watch the maiden victory of Fabagino's little brother in No White Flag.
Staying well off the rails, No White Flag. Nursed into the straight, led by a length and a half. Bundy Rocks. Back on the inside is Glass Off, followed by Talk All You Want. Pink Carrots is still running on. Down the outside as he shakes up the leader. Going to the 200, No White Flag responding, showing the persuader. It led by a length, but Pink Carrots keeps coming hard down the outside. No White Flag in front. Pink Carrots trying valiantly, but No White Flag a little too good after Pink Carrots had missed the start.
Good strong effort there from No White Flag. Straight to the front, just like his sister. Never looked like getting beaten really. He was able to hold Pink Carrots to a length, and you would imagine here that he has to be somewhat hard to beat. I am, however, thinking that he's going to be very short here, considering that he's drawn such an awkward gate. He's drawn in gate number 9, and there are a few noted speedsters in this little 1,000-metre race. Cross Statement, Crypto Queen, Shock Result, drawn outside of all of those horses, No White Flag. So definitely going to have to work hard early to maybe find the breeze, if not even 3 wide the trip. I'm thinking he's going to be vulnerable here. So I'm just going to push him down the order slightly, the grey, and I'm going to go with a debut winning filly called Crypto Queen. She's a Sessions filly. She absolutely loved the wet track at Pinjarra Park. Always hard to line up those form lines. Down the 1,000-metre straight, round the bend on Wednesday. But I think here if she comes out underneath No White Flag, she can land in a nice spot, and I liked what I saw on debut. Number 7 for me, Crypto Queen. Number 2, Ghost Who Walks, Brad Parnham's regular ride, so he looks to have jumped off this horse to side with Crypto Queen. I did like the recent trial. Chris Parnham takes the ride. Number 3, our replay horse, No White Flag, just going to be a pricing issue for me. If he's shorter than $3, then I think that is on the thin side. Number 1, Shock Result next best, always thereabouts, over 1,000 metres. Race number 1, numbers 7, 2, 3 and 1. Race number 2, Cremorne Theatre handicap over 1,000 metres. Tough little race to dissect, and we have a newcomer to the west, Johnny Angel. So we're going to go to the trials and see how he went.
The field is Amarissa in the straight. Surging up on the outside, Joyrise covering that move quickly. Johnny Angel is on the premises, and Johnny Angel strides to the front. Back on the inside, next stop the Moon. Now Bevel angles into the clear. Tenakuto the inside, but Johnny Angel shown the whip by Parnham. Forges into the lead. Bevel late. Bevel grabbing Johnny Angel. Bevel gets up in the...
Well, it was a good trial from Johnny Angel. Not a great trial, so it's going to be a question mark on where he gets to in the map here. Whether or not the 60 kilos is a little bit too much to lump first up. Whether he's better suited over further. And of course, what price he opens. So it's going to be a tough race to dissect, but I went with Martin Allen's filly here in Fishhook. Blinkers on for the first time, 1,100 back to 1,000. I think she's a jump and run filly, so hopefully Geordie Turner allows her to really roll along. And when she did that when last in work, she went very close to pinching a high quality 3-year-old race in a midweeker on Wednesday at Ascot. So I think here, going with Fishhook to lead all the way, but it is a tough race to try and pick apart. Number 2, Forest War, no doubt well placed back into a Class 1. But does he go on the wet tracks? Is he going that well? It's a pair of question marks for me. Number 8, Genora, who was disappointing first up, but is a Class 3 back into a Class 1. And our replay horse there from the trials, the newcomer to WA, Johnny Angel. Love Chris Parnham riding for Michael Grantham. They team up really well, but I don't know a lot about this horse, it must be said. My numbers in race number 2, 7, 2, 8 and 3. Race number 3, Regent Theatre Plate for the 2-year-olds over 1,200 metres. I'm going to watch in replay here. The third placing effort of a straight. It's behind Flying Missile and Ultimate Command.
Commander led the way, Flying Missile, about to be clicked up by Chris Parnham to come after Ultimate Commander. Now he does, and he releases the brakes, but he's got a battle on his hands. Ultimate Command is fighting tooth and nail. Ultimate Command and Flying Missile, the stablemates having a 2-horse war. It'll be the favourite, though, that prevails. Flying Missile was too strong.
Actually, doesn't matter whether you watch the first up run or the second up run of a straight. Either way, it's third behind that pair from Neville Parnham's yard, Flying Missile and Ultimate Command. In the first up run, ran third behind those two. The fourth horse was Ain't No Other Man, who's since won a Saturday 1400 metre race. And of course, most recently, just last Saturday, opening meeting at Belmont Park, we saw Flying Missile win her third straight race. So it's a Saturday 2-year-old form line, back into a Wednesday. 1200 metres, a tick. The gate, a tick. The rider, a tick. Doesn't matter where you look, a straight to me is one of the better bets on the program. I think she's very hard to beat here, and if she's anywhere north of $2.50, well, she's a bet for me. Number 8 in a straight. Number 9, No Dice, also comes from that same replay that we just watched, and for a debutante filly, I thought she ran really well. Number 6, Magic to Exceed, coming out of an impressive trial with the winkers on, and they are engaged here for his race debut. Number 1, Written Exceed, was no match for a straight or No Dice, and is drawn at Orchid Alley. My numbers in race number 3, pretty keen. 8 on Popper Straight from 9, 6 and 1. Race number 4, Majestic Theatre Handicap. We're going to go up on Kalgoorlie Reunion Day, up to the KBRC and watch the last start victory of Shooting Scirocco.
As they straighten up for the run home, it's Congreve Rocket in front by a length and a half. Shooting Scirocco, the immediate danger. Shooting Scirocco, the outside, trying to level up with Congreve Rocket. Nord Avenir late. Here's Trillionaire down the outside, but is it too late? Hitting the lead, Shooting Scirocco from Congreve Rocket. They go to the line. Shooting Scirocco wins, second in Congreve Rocket.
Jet Stanley rode this mare to absolute perfection in replay there. Just able to hold the toe ball of this tearaway leader in Congreve Rocket. Came around heels at the right time, was able to get the job done under the 50 kilo flyweight. The third horse is since a winner in Finger Mark on Sunday at Kalgoorlie, so the form is good, but you do have to line up those Kalgoorlie form lines coming back to town. She's drawn a much tougher alley here. She goes up in weight, but she does strike a pretty evenly graded field, so it wouldn't surprise if she did win. I went on top in the end with number 3, Alma Halo, and there are 2 horses here trained by Colin Webster, who are both definite chances in this field. Blinkers on for the first time, a noted wet tracker, and always goes around each way. So for me in a tough race, I went 3, Alma Halo. 5, Shoes of Ekra, whose 2 career wins are both first up. One of them first up no trial at a mile, exactly like we see on Wednesday. Number 9 in Piccola Signora from a Saturday race back to a midweeker. A nice Piero filly who's got a wonderful turn of acceleration. And 8, Shooting Scirocco. No idea where she gets to in the run, but Jet Stanley is riding very well. My numbers in race number 4, 3, 5, 9 and 8. Race number 5, Palace Theatre Handicap over a mile. We're going to watch the last start victory of Bragwell, but also keep in mind the third placing effort for later on of Perfect Gem.
Away from the fence, 2 clear, Perfect Gem now. Try for Us is starting to build tempo. Back on the inside, Bragwell's running on. War Warrior's the leader. Perfect Gem on the outside. Try for Us the inside. What a great battle. It's Perfect Gem. Try for Us against the inside. Bragwell's coming through. Bragwell, Try for Us. Nothing in it.
That form line really does speak for itself. We watched that replay on the Saturday edition of the box seat when Try for Us was one of the best bets on the program. She won on Saturday in a race against the older horses, so the form is super. Bragwell stays here at the midweekers. You could make a case comes back in grade. Those 3-year-old No Metro in midweekers are definitely at least Class 3 company, so he's particularly well placed here by Steve Wolf. He's drawn gate number 1, and that's going to be the awkward part for Sean McGrady to try and navigate. If he's got enough gate speed to hold up leaders back, well then it's his race to lose. If you get shuffled back to 3 back the fence on a day where the track is a soft 6 and the rail is out, I'm just not quite as confident. So hopefully for Sean McGrady, he lands leaders back and Bragwell can make it 2 in a line. It's number 1 on top for me, Bragwell. Number 3, Divine Quest, who ran in to Try for Us last start and was no match for that filly that Bragwell actually beat at her next outing. Number 2, Sky 5, who loved the soft 6 conditions last time out at Ascot. And number 5 in Pretty Friar, who comes back from 3 Saturday races into a more suitable midweeker. My numbers in race number 5, 1, 3, 2 and 5. Race number 6, Tab Touch Better Your Bet Handicap, 2,150 metres. And we're going back 45 days ago to watch the last start win of Lady Duckworth.
And behind them, Cressy. Strawberry Misters deeper out with Bruni Island. Go It Alone is the widest. Feels hot back on the inside with Shyster. Going up, Lady Duckworth from Top Trade to go to the lead. Dancing Jack holding third. Cressy and Bruni Island are still well back as Lady Duckworth extends the lead now on Top Trade, and coming away is Lady Duckworth for Parnham. And Chris Parnham with another winner this weekend. It's Lady Duckworth, a huge victory.
Not quite sure why she's 45 days between outings, but she is here, Lady Duckworth. So that's something we need to take into consideration. She has been back to trial since that replay that we watched, just for a little bit of a fitness hit out. Darren Taylor's yard are going particularly well. We saw it through Pooley on the weekend. But it would take a wonderful training performance to produce this mare 45 days between runs at 2,100 to make it her third straight victory. She's a definite top 4 chance, but I have just pushed her down the order. I'm going with a mare called Treat Yourself, who simply doesn't run a bad race. You know what you're going to get with this mare. She'll settle in the first 4. She'll look the winner at some stage in running. It's just going to be a question mark on whether or not you really want to be betting into a very wide open Class 3 staying event. But it's number 2 for me in Treat Yourself. Number 3, Proceeds of Crime, who while beaten a long way last start, I actually thought was a pretty good effort. It was his first time at a staying trip, and I thought he saw it out quite okay. Number 5, G-Force, is coming up in grade but showing some staying potential. And our replay horse, Lady Duckworth, if she was a fortnight between runs out of that, she'd go on top, but she's 45 days between runs, so we just don't know. My numbers in race number 6, 2, 3, 5 and 6. Race number 7, Viewway Drive-In Theatre Handicap over 1,300 metres. We're going to go back 2 starts ago and watch the third placing effort of Captain Burglar.
Into the straight at the 300. Captain Burglar snuck clear 2 lengths. Blankenberge, Pure Magnus home in 5. Sassy Trader plugging away. Billy Ray is starting to run on from Lone Hand Larry, and Holy Ghost also making ground. Captain Burglar passing the 100. Here's Billy Ray on the outside with Lone Hand Larry. They're both coming. What a finish coming up. Head bobber Billy Ray. Billy Ray just got there.
This is a really tough race to try and dissect. In fact, there's a bit of a theme throughout the Wednesday Belmont Park program. Captain Burglar has had a run since, where he didn't beat a horse home, but in a Saturday 3-year-old graduation, so a 62+ handicap. You go back to the replay that we watched there, he ran a narrow third behind Billy Ray and also behind Lone Hand Larry. Now there are question marks on that form line, and obviously a question mark on his subsequent run where he didn't beat a horse home, but all of a sudden he comes back into a Class 1, and the last time he was in this grade, he was particularly well supported when running second. Not sure where Luckdar Rumley gets to from the gate, but he is a versatile horse. We've seen him lead up races, we've seen him win from off speed. So you can wait to see how the track pattern evolves and whether or not it's going to be forward or back for a horse like Captain Burglar. But I'm tipping him on top here because I think it's a nice race for him, number 2. Number 3, Mightiness, second start for Adam Durant. Nothing wrong with the first up assignment and should get a lovely run from the draw. Number 5, Truly Reliable, a last start maiden winner at Northam. And number 8, Fair Rogue, another last start maiden winner. Very tough race this Class 1 1300. Race number 7, my numbers 2, 3, 5 and 8. Race number 8, Twin City Drive-In Theatre Handicap, the second of the Class 1 1300 metre events. We're watching the debut win of Written Matter.
With Arrow Swift balancing at the 275. Written Matter kicks away from them. Accelerated, shot 2.5 in front. Down the outside is Apple Schnaps. JD battling with No Dust on Me. Noski's riding desperately, but he is responding here, the debutant. And Written Matter proved too good for Apple Schnaps. Third home, JD. No Dust on Me, fourth.
Very, very strong effort there. On debut into a Class 1, so thrown in the deep end by Team Ganjemi. Straight to the front under Jared Noski, ran time throughout, got through the soft 6 going. Looks like a horse that's going to win plenty of races in his career. But I do think here he might run into a filly who's going to have his measure and her number and her name, number 9 and her name, Perfect Gem. We saw her replay earlier on. We saw it through the form line on Saturday in Try For Us. We'll see it earlier in the program through Bragwell. Hopefully he goes well and makes that form look very, very good because she's drawn a gate where she can sit midfield with cover, and I love the way that she was able to attack the line last start from the breeze, which is probably not going to be her ideal race position. She gets to be ridden more to her strengths here, and I'm pretty confident that she is hard to beat here. Number 9, Perfect Gem. Number 4, Ella Fellow, who bombed the start and then worked awfully hard to find the front. He can be forgiven for that first up effort, and he looks an out-and-out wet tracker. No doubt Written Matter's going to be hard to beat, but I just wonder where he gets to from what is a very tricky draw. Number 7, Duke of Magnus, a newcomer to WA, off the back of a couple of handy trials, and a horse that back in his 3-year-old days went very close in a $300,000 feature. My numbers in race number 8, 9, 4, 3 and 7. Race number 9, the Amelia Park Handicap over 1,000 metres. We're going to go back and watch the last start victory of Guns of Navarone.
Away from them, Super X. It led by 2, Bafunja Brave Dream. Down the outside, here's Guns of Navarone starting to open up from Masquerade. Island Missile is hurtling right down the outside. Guns of Navarone hit the front. Island Missile is looming large. Island Missile, Guns of Navarone kicks. Guns of Navarone, that's one for you, Jilly. And Guns of Navarone.
For all of the loyal box seat followers, that is one we could watch over and over again. Guns of Navarone getting the job done at $10. I think that Lakdar Rumley here can take use of that inside draw. He can have him settled in the first half of the field, and this is a race with a lot of tempo in it. Secret Assault, you know what he'll do. Drink What You Like, we know what she can do. Gisato will be kicking through from the inside, and there's other horses in this field as well who have all got speed, including the likes of Sir Snuggalot coming out of Albany Racing. So I think they're going to put it on here for a horse that's settling midfield with cover, and that to me looks a horse like a Guns of Navarone. We're going to follow up here. We got $10 last start. We'll probably get $10 again on Wednesday. So each way in the last, number 1, Guns of Navarone. Number 2, Fred Dagg. Very similar style of horse to Guns of Navarone. Coming from exclusively Saturday racing back into a midweeker, he's very well placed by Bruce Watkins. Number 4, Masquerade from the replay that we watched. And number 6, Drink What You Like, who's no doubt going to be hard to beat coming out of Saturday racing. My numbers in the lucky last, race number 9, 1, 2, 4 and 6. Best bets on Wednesday at Belmont Park. On a day that's very, very hard, I found 2 bets and I'm confident on both of them. Race 3, number 8, A Straight, and race 8, number 9, Perfect Gem. Free entry to Belmont Park, Wednesday, Saturday. We'll see you soon.